Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Graham Day, and this man that's facing front on to the camera is the man that we call Baby. Hey,
Morning.
I'll read. How
Yeah, you're good.
how is life as a front-facing man?
It's different. It's different because now I feel like I'm actually looking into a camera lens. Uh, when I lived at my old place, the camera was up in the top left-hand corner, so that's where I used to look. And now, obviously, since I've moved house, my camera was in the right-hand corner. So now I'm gonna have to get used to a different camera angle for the third time in the space of 3 weeks in my face here.
Everyone, good morning. Baby full frontal in your face, just what you want to start the day.
Exactly. Swinging balls.
Anyway, good morning, AWS players. Kevlar on Twitch, Mr. T, Tassim, and via noted industry leaker, and Mr. Tharian Drake, all welcome in to the chat. How are we all doing today? Um, Mr. T says, "Oh shit, we get to see Bibby's beautiful face front on." Yeehaw, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, lads in chat. Tharian Drake, hey, looking good, lads. Hey. Kevlar on Twitch says, hey up, happy hump day. Can't believe it's hump day already. It doesn't feel like Wednesday. And it's one, and
Oh,
that's what,
quick at it.
I know. The hope, but to be fair, this is, whole year's gone quick. It still feels like we're in mid-April. Like we didn't get to experience April, May, or June, or
Yeah.
July. So yeah. I saw a lot of that yesterday. Don't you?
Yeah, I even used my real name. Can you believe that? My real government name got used.
By the way, Michael Meehan isn't his real name. He has a real government name. Shaniqua? Anyway. Morning, Chuke. Hey. So what did you get up to yesterday, babe? Oh, actually,
Hmm.
I don't know. Can we say?
I don't think so. No, I wasn't going to say anything. All I'm going to say is that we did put an announcement out yesterday evening to say that we will be streaming the new PGA Tour 2K21 game on Thursday live on Twitch from 3 p.m. And that, my friends, is a thing as much as I'm allowed to say. So that is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, there we go. So if you stuck around for Bibby played the Golf Club 20, was it the Golf Club 2019
Yep.
with Yeehaw, who's in the chat, Agent 47 over par. Yoink. Yeah, so Bib and Yeehaw played the Golf Club 2019 on stream the other day. Pretty good stream. I dropped in after my PUBG, gave some world class commentary. So there you go. Anyway, we're refreshing that. Bib is going to be bringing you some exclusive preview. Not exclusive, it's just the word that I'm throwing in to make it sound spectacular because, well, we are spectacular, really, but we will have access to the preview content of that coming tomorrow from 3 p.m. So, yeah. So much fun buzzing for tomorrow, says Yeehaw. But
I
apart
can't
from
wait. I
apart
can't
from
wait.
apart from that, let's skate away from that just so we don't say stuff we're not supposed to say. What else you been up to, Bib? Oh no, what were you doing at 1 o'clock this morning?
Getting pissed off at PUBG.
Oh,
First couple of rage games. Well, it wasn't necessarily rage ones. It was just little shitty things that happening, like the stuff that you've been talking about for like the last 2 or 3 years that I haven't experienced because I haven't been in the PUBG ecosystem like I am now. Um, Obviously, I'm starting to experience. So unfortunately, that is what we was putting up with, shall we say, at 1 o'clock this morning. However, I never thought in my I don't know why I'm shaking around I put some curtains up yesterday, so I'm swinging around a screwdriver like I'm some sort of fucking villain or
he's
something.
got a chibia.
But yeah, it's I never thought I would ever say this, but I've nearly, very nearly finished my first set of weekly missions for PUBG, and I thought that would never. I thought that, and I thought I'd never see the day. But yes, here we are.
Don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm having my downstairs bog, aka toilet, refitted. So occasionally you might, if you hear a noise that sounds like a fart, there's a good chance it's a fart. But
It's a fart.
also, yeah, exactly. But also, it could potentially be a drill downstairs. So maybe it's me, maybe it's the drill. We don't know. We will have to see. But yeah. So if you hear background noise, that's what that is. But yeah, Bibby playing PUBG. See, it's fun once you get into it. And Bibby was, I mean, I was absolute crap yesterday on stream, and then even like that continued into the night games. Forgetting they were like, "There's two people there." Bibby downs one, I get downed. Bibby downs the other. Bibby revives me, and we move on. It's like that. We were
No,
playing
oh
on
look,
that Karakin map, the little desert one, we emerge from our underground bunker. I instantly get dropped, and Bibi melts both people, and we fucking get going again. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's put that to the side. Carthy 2002, good morning. How are you doing today? Also, thanks to everyone that has followed whilst we've been off stream. We've had a few followers because we are running a giveaway, exclamation mark giveaway in the chat if you want the details for that, by the way. We're giving away a retro console, a little sexy little portable thing. But yeah, we are getting a lot of followers when we're off stream. So thank you everyone that has followed while we're off stream. But oh, there we go. Hey, cheers, babe. For those of you who don't know, my name is Graham. This front-facing man is the man that we call Babe, and we together are Ice Cream Uploads. In true Ice Creamy fashion, this is the Scoop, your daily dose of news from the world of video games and beyond. And some may say this is the UK's #1 video game podcast, and we would agree because we are those people that say it. Anyway, we give you our thoughts and impressions on the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games, and we want your thoughts and impressions in return to our thoughts and impressions. And important that you do because we turn this into a YouTube video and an audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. So feel free to jump in the chat and use your voice like everyone has already been doing already this morning. Thank you very much, guys. AWS Players says Fall Guys had a crazy launch yesterday. It did, and that is a story that we do have to jump into, but not straight away. As you may have seen, the first story that we're going with today on our tweets, exclamation mark Twitter or exclamation mark socials, to get all of the links in the chat, by the way, is this. If it loads up, there we go. So Sony has reported record-breaking financial results for the period between April and June at $5.6 billion. Oh, actually, let me get the title. I'll scroll completely down. PlayStation breaks records with latest financial results. Digital sales are up 83% year on year. Written by Andy Robinson for VGC. He then goes on to say Sony has reported record-breaking financial results for the period between April and June. $5.6 billion total revenue for the PlayStation business was up more than 30% for the year and represented the highest quarter one performance in the division's history. This was driven by a significant increase in digital software and add-on sales, which generated around $3.7 billion, an increase of 83% compared to the same period last year. Sony also saw what it called a significant increase in PlayStation Plus subscriber numbers, which now stands at around 45 million, up from 41.5 million on March the 31st. The games industry as a whole saw a significant increase in digital sales during the period as countries around the world urged people to stay at home during the pandemic. However, 1.9 million PS4 units were sold during Sony's latest quarter, which is down from 3.2 million during the same period last year and likely impacted by the impending launch of PS5. Imagine still selling 2 million consoles pretty much in this quarter. Anyway, PlayStation has now shipped more than 112 million PS4 consoles, it said, which represents an increase of around 3 million units since the start of the year. And the record for a home console stands at 155 million units, which was the PS2. Sony said that although the production of the PS4 hardware was slightly impacted due to issues in the component supply chain, these have now been addressed. On PS5, it said that although factors such as constraints due to employees working from home and restrictions on international travel remain, necessary measures have been taken to ensure the console's holiday 2020 launch. At this time, no major problems have arisen in the game software development pipeline for Sony's own first-party studios or its partner studios, it said. 83% year on year. I mean, I knew it'd be bigger anyway because they are increasing. I said, let me just change scenes. Actually, give me 1 second. No, that's the pub. No, we'll go to the split screen. There we go. So actually, I'm gonna go back just so that I can make the sexy transition happen. Look at this. Whoa, yeah. So yeah, 83% increase year on year in digital sales is big. I mean, it's not stupidly surprising with coronavirus and digital sales getting bigger and bigger anyway as time goes on. But still, 83% is a massive, massive number. What are your thoughts, Bib?
Well, it is a massive number considering to go out and buy a physical copy of the game. I mean, you don't even have to go out. If you was to go on to the likes of Game or Amazon, eBay, or any of the other places that you can get physical copies of games from that don't require a digital download code, the game is usually around £10 to £15 cheaper. Yet people still like the fact that they've built a digital library. It's the same thing that we talked about yesterday. The reason why I think I will be getting a PlayStation 5 over a new Xbox is because I have a massive digital library of games that they've been giving out for free over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, however long they've been giving away the games at the beginning of the month. So the fact that 83% increase is for me, it's kind of unbelievable because of the price difference between that and buying a physical copy. As a collector of games myself, um, I will always go for a physical copy over a digital one. That said, I still buy games digitally when they're on sale. So like at the moment, I think there's a 60% sale on the PlayStation Store. If I wanted to go and buy a game now, would be the time that I bought the game that I didn't necessarily have previously. But 83%, that has to have something to do with the COVID stuff. There's no way that it's just going to go up naturally, organically, that fast, that much.
I mean, to get to 83% of market share, I can see that being like, I mean, that's obviously a huge number. Um, but we were already, I believe, over 50, 60% digitally anyway. So that would be going up 20% of market share. But to go up 83% year on year, that's whatever we had last year, almost doubled in number of sales. I mean, it could be over 80% market share, to be fair. But yeah, that is massive. And see that, like I said, that isn't too surprising, considering the fact that most game stores have been shut down for a considerable amount of time. I know there was obviously we covered the fact that what's the GameStop and Game in the UK
Mm.
were trying to stay open as what were they what was the phrase that they used? They're trying to classify themselves as not is it
Essential retail.
essential? That's it, essential. Which obviously video games are essential for enjoyment, but not essential for life. So the fact that they were trying to make their workers go through all that stuff, anyway, it was shit. But eventually we got to the point where these stores shut down to protect their workers because they were forced to. So all these stores shut down for months in the UK. Means okay, it's difficult to get hold of these games. So digital sales increasing by large numbers. Okay, that's not surprising, especially when you've got Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part Two. What else was there? There was something. Final Fantasy and Resi. Was that in the middle of this, or was Resi before it?
Resi 3 was in March, so I think it had been in and around the time. I think may
Yes.
not have been full COVID-ness, but in and around that time anyway.
But either way, getting hold of the physical sales, so it probably will have been impacted. Some a lot of that will have transitioned
Mm.
into digital, so that's not too surprising to see that going up. I think the bit that does surprise me though is that they've still um, had an increase of PS Plus that's gone up by like 3.5 million PS Plus subscribers. And then they've sold another 1.9 million PS4 units. I mean, to sell 2 million PS4 units at this point of the product lifestyle is quite extreme for me. I mean, this considering the facts that we know that I say facts, considering the assumptions or the estimated guesses by industry professionals, not just us, that Xbox sales are somewhere in the region of 50 to 60 million across the full 7 year cycle. For Sony to sell 2 million in 3 months is stupid. Well, especially when
Yeah,
the next one comes out in 3 months, for them still to be able to sell that much is huge. And you've got to feel that's off the back of The Last of Us PS4 or the release of Ghost of Tsushima or Final Fantasy or whatever. These are probably selling consoles for Switch players that don't have one or Xbox players that don't have one and just want to play at the end of the generation and run through, do their own close of play like we did last week and play through The Last of Us Part 2 and all the other games that we wanted to jump through. But yeah, I think that's the bit that does me. I mean, where do the numbers come from though? For a 2 million increase in console sales, so selling 2 million new consoles, but then still selling 3.5 million PS Plus. Did a bunch of people just realize, oh shit, I can't play online? I mean, that's like almost double the
well,
number of consoles.
yeah, that is bonkers. I mean, people couldn't go out though, could they? It's like if you was to go out around here, shall we say, around my side of Manchester, to go out for a pint. If you go into the Hyde Town Centre, which I would suggest nobody ever does because it is an absolute shithole. Um, a pint for about £2.50. And then round the local pubs around mine, it's around £3.50. So if you used to go around on a night out for like Friday or Saturday, you're probably looking at about 70 to 100 sheets if you're going out for on a day session or whatever. I mean, I'm a terrible drinker at the best of times anyway, so after 4 pints, I'm fucked. But all of that money that people have been saving, it could have just bought. Do you know what? I need to do something. People have been trapped inside, so they may have been out and bought a PlayStation so they can play with their friends who probably are gamers, but they never would have played with otherwise. Whether or not that'll be on Call of Duty Warzone or any of the other multiplayer games that people want to play. It just seems to be battle royales, obviously nowadays, because you can squad up and things. But being able to have the ability to play with your friends over the internet while you've not been able to go out over the last 3 or 4 months. I think that probably is one of the biggest reasons as to why we see numbers like this. One of my best mates, he still uses his PlayStation 3. He bought a PlayStation 3 for a Blu-ray player. That same reason I had a PlayStation 2 back in the day as a DVD playroom. But he's now dying to get a PlayStation 4 because he wanted a PlayStation 4 because he couldn't go out or anything. He never actually went out and bought one because he's a tight bastard. But him actually saying, "I want to get a PlayStation 4 so we can play games together." That for me is a step in the right direction because he never would have done it otherwise. But yeah, it's having the ability to be able to do that over the last 3 or 4 months when we've not been able to go out is, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we're seeing numbers like this.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't twig. I mean, the fact that I was like, where's the new PS Plus subscribers coming from? Because it's almost double the number of new consoles that have been sold. But yeah, obviously there'll be a lot of people that have consoles that can't do their usual thing, so they will have just gone, okay, well, I'll just shoot some people digitally. So a lot of people that may have previously had PS Plus and let it drop off will have gone, okay, well, I need to use it now.
Shooting them digitally compared to what?
I live in Salford, mate.
Oh.
Oh, itchy eyeball. So there you go.
Just have to close the window. I never used to suffer from hay fever, but someone is cutting their garden out there and it's sending me under. So I've had to close the window, so it's going to get bad sweaty in here.
It just reminded me then. I like a true hardcore rock star, have some antihistamines on my desk just in case I'm going to take one.
I love the smell of fresh cut grass, but nowadays it just sends me under. It just instantly gives me an headache. Eyes start watering and I feel like shit. So as soon as I smell it, the window's closed. So hopefully I've got it.
Well, my issue is my cat. I never used to be allergic to any animals, and I'm allergic to cats, as I found. Well, allergic to my cat at least. So I will like fondle my cat, and then 5 minutes, not like that. Calm down, internet. And then 5 minutes later, I'll be there like scratching the shit out of my eyes because they're just itching. Still what? Not fondle my cat, obviously. Just saying it for the clips now. There you go. You're welcome. So I will fondle my cat. Anyway, moving ahead. We are very, very close to the PS5 generation. It's literally a few months away, but PlayStation is still hitting it out of the park in terms of the number of consoles sold. So GG to them, GG to them. The key thing for me, though, is whilst that's all well and good, it doesn't really affect us. It's just good to know. The bit that's key is that PlayStation still have a steady financial flow towards the end of the generation, which is always good to see, particularly the fact that they are working on delivering the PS5 consoles, and not that Sony would have ever had a shortage of money, and not that they would really risk delivering the PS5 based on how the PS4 was getting. If you start to pull out of the delivery, the whole logistical program, you let them pull out as well.
No, laughing at the chat. Yeehaw, gun toting and cat fondling. That's why I'm here. And Alpy pops in. That was a strange time to tune into the stream.
So yeah, I fondle my cat. There we go. But yeah, if Sony were to like pull out the logistical side of delivering the PS5, it would be a shit show for them. They would lose out massively for it. So they will always go all in. But them being looked after financially leading up to that, just that guarantees that, okay, we've got all the money in the world. We've sold another 2 million consoles and another 3.5 million PS Plus sign-ups and so on. So yeah, we can, whatever, we'll throw extra money into making sure that the PS5 production is still on point. And as it says here, they've taken the necessary measures to ensure that the console's 2020 holiday launch remains intact, and hopefully it all does, and hopefully we can all get consoles without price markups later.
You know, one thing it
on
doesn't
in
state
the
on this,
what's that?
PlayStation Now.
Uh,
Recently, over the last day or so, they've actually added Hitman 2, Dead Cells, and Greedfall to PlayStation Now. But it hasn't actually. The numbers haven't come out to suggest that more people have potentially taken up the offer.
well, the phrase there is silence is deafening for me. Maybe not, maybe not. But if they're having an announcement that's talking about kicking the shit out of financial records, and you'd expect PlayStation Now would be in there as well. Let me have a quick.
Because it's not in the chat. I've had a look at that, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in the article either. So very interested, because I know that's the drum that Xbox has been beating. Xbox Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass, because it's working. Do you know what I mean? Even someone who doesn't, well, I do have an Xbox One 8. It's very rare that I turn it on, but I use Game Pass to be able to play like football managers in Xbox Game Pass for PC. So I'm obviously going to take that option up. As well as the massive catalog of games that they've got there, absolute banging games as well. It's not as if they are just some indie games that may have fallen by the wayside. So if they wanted to try and compete with that, then obviously they went in the right direction with the price drop for a start, and adding big games like Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'm sure Days Gone did get added to it as well. Adding things like Hitman, Greedfall, all these big games is and again another step in the right direction. But I don't think it's probably ever going to be able to compete with Game Pass. Game Pass is probably the one thing that's keeping the Xbox afloat at this moment in time. And I know that's such a strong statement to make, but with how good Xbox Game Pass is and the lack of first party games that they have, I feel like opening up a Netflix style of game catalog is a massive win for them. Again, obviously, I've got it on my PC and I don't even play on my Xbox that much, but they're still getting the £9 a month or whatever it is from me to be able to play these games. So it's a massive dub for them.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I mean, obviously, we're speaking hyperbole when we're saying it keeps Xbox afloat, but Xbox will be making money on what it does anyway, with 40, 50, 60 million console sales plus their games and so on. But Game Pass turns it from making a lot of money to having something extremely attractive, which can make a shit ton of money. So, yeah. Anyway, speaking a lot of players and a shit ton of money, well, potentially. Anyway, let's jump into the next bit of news as Fall Guys hits 120,000 concurrent players and 56,000 on Steam alone. Written by Cian and Maher for VG247. The article goes on to say Fall Guys, an Ultimate Knockout developer, Mediatonic recently announced that the game had 120,000 concurrent players earlier this afternoon. The announcement was made via the official Fall Guys Twitter page. You can check out the tweet below. Just spoke to my friends in the server team, and we now have at least 120 people connected to the game right now. We're currently beefing up our servers to cope with all of the beans who want to fall. There will be occasional interruptions for the next 30 minutes. For those who haven't heard much about Fall Guys yet, it's a multiplayer party game where said beans are cruelly and hilariously subjected to the stalwart laws of physics. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout flings hordes of contestants together online in a mad dash through round after round of escalating chaos until one victor remains, reads the official Steam description. Battle bizarre obstacles, shove through unruly competitors, and overcome the unbending laws of physics as you stumble towards greatness. Leave your dignity at the door and prepare for hilarious failure in your quest to claim the crown. On that note, Fall Guys clocked 56,000 concurrent players on Steam alone at the time of writing. It's got 22,000 players, which is ginormous for a newly launched indie game. Forget the likes of John Halo and Geralt of Rivia. Everyone wants to be a klutzy bean right now. Fall Guys features both free-for-all and cooperative modes, separating its competitive hilarity into two distinct styles. If you want to laugh at random people falling over, you can dive into the former. If you're all about watching your mates get whacked by giant footballs, though, you'd likely love the co-op. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is available on PC and PS4, and it's free on the latter as part of the PS Plus August bundle. I reckon I might jump in myself later on. That's me. That's not me. That's Cian Maher in the article. Although I might do. I downloaded it yesterday. But 120,000 concurrent players on Fall Guys. Not surprising for me. Not after the way it was kind of like. It kind of went everywhere last week anyway. Even before the weekend, when people started playing at the start of the week, people were quite hyped just for the way it looked and knowing that it was coming to PS Plus, forgetting the fact that there's 56,000 concurrent people on Steam already. The fact that it hit yesterday doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Did you see any of the posts by the Fall Guys game socials saying that they were being
Yeah,
review bombed and everything as well because people
yeah.
couldn't get into the game and so on?
What's the definition of an entitled gamer? Do you know what I mean? Like it's a game that's come out on the day. Who would have thought that this game would have had 120,000 people playing it or trying to get in at any one time? They didn't see it, and I don't think anybody else did as well. So the fact that he had to keep on getting DC and then go straight in, start to review bomb to say I can't connect to the servers, even though they said well, our servers are full, we're currently beefing them up. Like what more? What more could you ask for from a development team that didn't anticipate this many numbers, but have since been able to increase the server demand for both Steam and PlayStation? Like they couldn't have physically done any more, but people because they can't get on and they people want things to fail. So there's no other reason why they would have put a negative review, well, just review bombing it negatively on Steam. There's no other reason why they would have done that if they didn't want the game to fail. Um, but yeah, looking at Twitch as it stands, Fortnite's on 179,887. Fall Guys on 179,586. So, do you know what I mean? There's 300 people. There's 300 people less watching Fallout Guys, Fall Guys, less than Fortnite. Who would have thought that that would have been Fall Guys and Fortnite holding up Twitch at this moment in time? It's incredible. It's incredible. There's
Yeah,
more people apparently watching it than there is playing it at this moment in time.
it's it is incredible to see. I mean, Asim's just put a comment in the chat saying, "I love everything about what Fall Guys have done from a marketing point of view. All social media managers wish they had the same amount of control and freedom their person has." Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I have their social media open here just to kind of give you a feel for it. So usually when games are this big, it's like a Valorant kind of thing, which has gone through the Riot machine to come out with pre-prepped and PR ready posts. This has got sweat emojis. What sort of game has called sweat emojis? We're still fixing things. We probably shouldn't have tried to guess how long it would take. Very soon though, soon with a TM on soon. Very soon trademark though. Anyone got any spicy Fall Guys memes to pass the time? This is absolutely an indie brand. This is someone that lives and breathes social and has the ability to go out and do their stuff. So lots of progress being made on the servers. We're trying to embrace them as much as possible for the horde of jelly beans that are waiting to power back into the game. Soon we fall. Basically, the gist there is the game was down at this point in time. The other servers were, so we're trying to get it all back up and running. Then they're sharing meme stuff. That's nice. Getting in conversation with Cyberpunk, which is obviously exactly what you want as you start a new game. But then this is where you start to see like the variety of it in terms of how they're having to think on the fly. So we tried to secretly bring the servers back online, but 100,000 of you all came flooding back in. Lol. To cope with this, we're temporarily disabling account creation for PS4. We'll let you know as soon as it's back. Thanks for your patience. We're still hard at work and improving things. Things are slowly coming back online. We'll post it as soon as we have more updates. Thanks for bearing with us. These are all like minutes to an hour apart. So 19 hours, 19 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 17 hours ago, then 16 hours ago. This is where it starts to get shit for them. We're currently being review bombed on Steam. We're working really hard to get the running smoothly for so many players. We know it's super frustrating, but if you could hold off from negatively reviewing until you get the chance to play the game, it would really help us out. Love that. I love that. That's not
Mm-hmm.
a lot of brands want to say don't negatively review the game, but actual people say, oh, do you know, if you want to negatively review the game, that's fine. Do that. That's your prerogative. That's what it's there for, to say that you don't like it and share your concerns. But to do that when you've not played it, so that you can tell that's an absolute human point of view. It just if you want to negatively review it, wait until you've played it. Don't do it over the process of trying to get the game up and running and installed. It's a new thing that's launching out. You're not negatively reviewing the game. You're negatively reviewing access to a game. It's a completely different thing. Completely different thing. Anyway, jumping back through just a couple more bits of there. So, wow, you seriously are the best. You've positive bombed our review score back to mostly positive. I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you so much for your belief in what we're building here. Hopefully, server issues will continue to improve. Community of the year 2020. But then they're seeing like it's almost something that you'd see on Reddit or on the Steam like community pages, like the use of memes. So we've got like it's not so much a meme there, but like a thank you asset using in game, and then we're starting to see like not gonna lie, this is me right now chasing the Twitter verification tick which they've got. I'm dead. We got verified on launch day. What a good way to end the day. All I wanted, I can die happy now. You love to see it. I mean, look at that from a game that's got as many people watching it on Fortnite. You love this, and then there we go. This is more meme stuff. Look at all those beans. I mean, GG. I mean, it's easy for people to get pissed off at brands, and no doubt Fall Guys will get it. All games get a good grace period where everyone goes, "Oh, this is fucking news, it's so fresh and exciting." Everyone was like that with PUBG. People love to hate PUBG now. Everyone was like that with Fortnite. People love to hate Fortnite now. Everyone was like that with Call of Duty back in the day. Everyone loves to hate on Call of Duty. EA, whatever. People, games, brands, people love to hate on them. So they will get their hate. It will come. People love to tear down their heroes, which is a shame. But at this point in time, you get to see that they are lovely, nice people, and people are recognizing it for that, which is good to see. It's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I may or may not have just made a voice channel on our Discord for Fall Guys. So eventually, when we start to stream this game, we can obviously bring all of you along with us, all on the same Discord, which will be absolutely hilarious chaos. So yeah, if you're not already in the Discord, then do feel free to go in and have a look. It's there for you. Just scroll down to the bottom, gaming voice channels. We've got a ton of voice channels for you there. So if you do play, I don't know, PUBG, FIFA, Fortnite, Elder Scrolls Online, CS:GO, Call of Duty, or the upcoming PGA Tour 2K21 game, we have voice channels there for you to be able to join in with your mates and show off.
Yeah. Jumping back through the chat, Yeehaw says issues with server last night, but I suppose it was expected given the amount of people. Had a couple of games and really enjoy it. My missus walked by and asked why I was playing a kids game. Give her a shot, and she's waiting for 20 minutes to try and get in it again. she gave up, wants to play again. Exactly. I mean, I came downstairs after a call last night, and I walked into the kitchen and I could hear the TV in the living room. We tend to, if we're not watching something specific, we don't tend to watch general TV now. We'll watch box sets or something, or Netflix or whatever. And if we're not watching something like that, we'll just put Twitch on. Danielle's the same. She'll most of the time put Twitch on. Anyway, I was like, "Are you watching Lyric? Is he playing Fall Guys?" Yeah. so yeah, she was watching last night. It's a nice, fun, easy watch, especially if you've got someone that can give you like the fun narrative that go like as they're talking through it. Like, I mean, Lyric swears and stuff, but it's even though he swears, it's still obviously for adults, but it's got that sort of like almost fun family humor with swearing in it, where he's like, "Fuck you, Red, get out of the fucking way," and so like he's still swearing and hitting that, but you get
Fun family day out.
yeah, exactly. Fuck you, Red. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I hope at some point you can. I mean, I haven't booted the game up yet, so this is just me wishing for things that could already be in the game. So I apologize if they are. But you could create a server where you, the host, could commentate over what's happening in the game, very much like Takeshi's Castle or Ninja Warrior or something like that, where you are the games master, shall we say, and you can pick the levels for everyone to be able to play on until you get your final winner. I think that would be cool because I'm not being funny, but the marbles on stream is fucking boring, man. Like,
Do you know what?
I don't think
I thought that, and then I watched someone streaming marbles on stream, and when my marble was in the race, it was a completely different thing. So
But to watch it, like obviously I'm nearly 30 this year, so I grew up like watching things like Takeshi's Castle, which was at the time kind of like essential viewing. Like there was nothing better on TV. It was just it was the game show era. So you'd have things like the Crystal Maze or
endurance that came before Takeshi's Castle. Yeah, that was like the full on like mental one. Takeshi's Castle was more like
Fort Bayard
yeah.
and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just like, watching things like that and watching these people go through some tough shit physically in the not mentally or anything like that, but physically in these situations. I think this could be a fantastic game to cast, especially if you're going to be doing not necessarily invitational competitions, but just fun shit watching 20 of your mates trying to get through from one level to level 5 and trying to be the winner and things like that. I think that'll be cool. I mean, that could already be in there. Again, I haven't booted it up yet. I've got it downloaded, but not booted it. But interesting to see how that moves on and evolves over time because it looks like they're open to absolutely anything at this moment in time with the way that they're developing this game and advertising it.
Yeah, customs in that sort of sense would be really good. I mean, obviously, you've got that kind of stuff exists in PUBG, which is you got to feel a bit heftier and harder to do. But that said, PUBG has the might of Tencent and Bluehole behind them. Do I can't remember that. I want to say Mediatronic, but maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. Whoever develops Devolver Digital and Mediatronic. That's it. Yeah, it was okay. So do they have the ability to develop that at Mediatronic? I don't know, but maybe they will. Obviously, with the amount of money that's gone into it. But yeah, it's nice. Anyway, jump back through the chat. I think there were 500,000 viewers at some point yesterday on Twitch. Says that's in the social, just very personal, relatable. Love it. It's human. That's it. That's what it is. You know, that's someone that sat there, someone that doesn't have or shouldn't have, and I mean this in obviously like this just doesn't happen, but someone that shouldn't have 192,000 followers on his channel. They shouldn't have that. A game like Fall Guys doesn't have 192,000 followers. What is it doing? But the fact that it does, and they're using it, and they're not changing to kind of go, okay, well, I mean, they probably will eventually at some point. They will upscale things, and things will start to change, and it'll become a bit dehumanized, as is the case. With more power comes with more responsibility, and that invariably happens. But for now, we can enjoy the fact that Fall Guys is this lovely, cute, approachable thing, and the social media is the same. So yeah, let's just celebrate while we can. Cheeto says, game is terrible. It's not on Xbox. Why do all developers hate Xbox?
It's on PC. And to be fair, I imagine this kind of game will probably run on a laptop that's been there for like the last 7 years. I don't think it's going to be that demanded. How much is it on Steam?
It was... I don't know how much it is to run, but it was only like 6 gig or something to download as well yesterday. I was like, "Fuck yeah, get in the bin, get in the bin, get in the hard drive, not in the bin. That's completely different. Why does it look like Baby's being stalked by Sonic? Always watching. Always.
Batman
Not looked at Fall Guys, but no Fortnite has taken over my house. So funny, just noticed Sonic. Is this live? Says I hate Jaw. No, it's not. This is being recorded in a few hours' time, so this is like the pre-recording. It's not live.
Oh, it looks like Fall Guys have paid for product placement as well. As soon as I boot up Steam, it's literally they've got the big splash banner at the top, so they've definitely paid for some. Again, to be fair, with the amount of people that played it now, they could probably afford it. It has gone up to very positive now.
It could be, and it could just be Steam going, okay, there's not much happening right now, and this is massive, and we've got 56,000 concurrent players on Steam, so let's just milk this. So yeah, we'll give you a front page and stuff.
It's an animated banner as well, so there's obviously been some sort that they would have had something in the pipeline, I think. But now broadcasting, watch the developer play, and they've also put a notice on the front of it. We definitely underestimated the amount of jelly beans in the jar. We're working hard to increase server capacity, but please be aware that matchmaking may end up maybe up and down during the launch window. And it's £16 to buy on Steam or free if you have it on PlayStation Plus. But they've listed it as an MMO. I mean, to be fair, it kind of is.
Yeah,
it's
online.
a type of
Yeah, I suppose. I hit Jaw. Inches padded. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. I don't even know what that means, but thank you. What's in the UK? What?
Us.
Well, we are. Biscuits are. I don't know. What do you mean? How's your day doing? Anyway, thank you. Thank you for joining us in the stream. Should we move ahead? Let's talk about something else. What's in the UK? What countries? As in... What? England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, what? Northern Ireland.
What's in the UK? Countries, but
counties, cities, towns. Anyway, let's jump ahead. Next bit of news. Actually, I'll take the discussing now down. Is that Call of Duty 2020 will be revealed in Warzone, Activision suggests. It's going to be very different and more engaging than anything we've ever done before, says Activision. Written by Tom Ivan for VGC, the article says, Activision has given the clearest indication yet that Call of Duty 2020 will be announced via free-to-play battle royale game Warzone. And then this is a little bit ego check, in bold, in the subtitle, as previously reported by VGC. It's like, I don't know if you noticed what I said before, but it's actually come true.
Willie Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. The publisher confirmed on Tuesday that Treyarch and Raven Software are developing Call of Duty 2020, which is scheduled to launch later this year. Asked about plans to reveal the game during its second quarter earnings call, Activision president Robert Kostich said, "All I can say in terms of timing is I expect you'll be hearing more about this fairly soon." Teaser. He added, "Warzone has caused us to rethink how, when, and even where we reveal our upcoming titles. So we can't wait to share with the community, and we think it's going to be very different and more engaging than anything we've ever done before." Earlier on Tuesday, Activision detailed Call of Duty Warzone's Season 5 update ahead of its August the 5th launch, including confirmation of a mid-season event. In May, Warzone kicked off a metagame, which sources indicated would conclude with the unveiling of the next premium Call of Duty game, Black Ops Cold War. Developer Infinity Ward recently confirmed that Warzone will tie in with other Call of Duty games beyond Modern Warfare, something Kostic elaborated on in Tuesday's earnings call. On your question of how we're going to integrate the new title with Warzone, I think that's a good one, and it's an important one. And what you should expect is that we build very tight integration between the two. Modern Warfare and Warzone are obviously very tightly connected. I think that's really important to the player base, and we plan to do the same with all our upcoming titles as well. Our premium titles, to ensure that we can reward all of our players and give them fresh new experiences, regardless of whether they choose to just play in Warzone or also play the premium game as well. So the connection will absolutely be there. Activision announced on Tuesday that Call of Duty Warzone has attracted over 75 million players since releasing in March, and Call of Duty Mobile has surpassed 250 million downloads since releasing in October 2019. Big numbers once again.
Mm.
Thoughts, Bib?
It's a massive, massive risk in it to change what Warzone is. Like, fair enough, you get your seasons. You could introduce new maps, new guns, and things like that. But to change the map based on the game that's coming out, it's a massive risk. Especially like me and you have discussed before now, that you wasn't a massive fan of the World War games, based on the map design or the guns that you get used. You want the Modern Warfare feel, whereas this could potentially get reverted back to the older wars, shall we say, the world wars. So you go back to the old guns, no scopes and things like that. It's a massive, massive risk because people at the moment are heavily enjoying the Call of Duty Warzone game. So to change absolutely everything about the game is a massive risk.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that works. Because going from Modern Warfare to the Cold War era, like, uh, I mean, that is what Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops is Cold War. So to go to the Cold War era, you're essentially taking a step back 20, 30, 40 years ish. So you're not gonna have your heartbeat sensors or anything like that you have in Warzone now. So if you want it to be tightly linked to the game, there's a reason some people don't play Infinite Warfare, because they don't want the exos and they don't want the wall running bits that comes with it. There's a reason that some people didn't play World War II because they don't want the iron sights and the scouting planes or whatever. They want it to be more futuristic, more modern or whatever. Whatever people want it. So having that in Warzone with Modern Warfare, some people won't pick that up because it's not. I'm not bothered. That's not my game. I don't want Modern Warfare. A lot of people are already in though. 75 million people are already in Warzone playing because they like what it is. It's free to play. It's easily accessible, and it's a very solid, well built game. But when Black Ops, if it's just called Call of Duty Black Ops, which was the rumors, I think it was, or was it? I can't remember. Oh no, it's Call of Duty Cold War. Is that what it's actually called? I can't remember now. Does anybody know what the name is? If you do know, drop it in chat and we'll that'll correct us. But whatever game it is, if they want that to be closely linked, how do they do that? Do they have a splash screen where they split the game up into Modern Warfare Warzone and Cold War Warzone, or do they just make everyone go into Cold War? And do you lose all the weapons? And like, I unlocked an SMG. I don't know if you call it a class. Basically called the cover up. So it comes with predefined attachments and scopes and weapons.
The loadouts.
Yeah, exactly. Loadout. That's it. So if I go to Cold War, can I take my like holographic ACOG scope kind of thing to that with me when they didn't exist in the Cold War, or what? I mean, how does that work?
I'm not a developer by any stretch of imagination, funnily enough. But I think what I would prefer to see from a player standpoint is map rotations. So you could, like you said about the splash screen at the beginning, just take that one step further. So when you get into the game, very much like you can on PUBG, at the moment you can choose kind of which map that you. It says like random map, doesn't it? If you was to have a Cold War map, when you drop in on those, you get the Cold War weapons, but you can have it in map rotation. So every single time that you go into a game, you may get a different map. You may end up getting the same map 3 or 4 times, but every single map has a different feel to it. Oh,
Kevlar,
thank you.
have you had a postal delivery?
Yes.
Is
Don't know
it,
what
is it a decent sized box?
Shall I show the box?
Is it? I've got a box.
Does yours say fragile tape on it?
No, mine's out of the box.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Daniel just posted it in the room behind me. I think yours is what I think it is. I'll hold it up in the fragile a bit just so I can see the size of it, and I'll tell you straight off. Right, how big is the box?
This big.
Yeah, that is what I think it is. I think.
Did you say you've opened yours?
I didn't. Danielle did, but she put it in the room behind me. It's on the floor behind me.
But yeah, I think having the ability, let me just move the mic closer to me while I open this. I think having the ability to be able to maybe select your maps, so the game isn't being changed completely. You have the option to be able to play on maps that you actually enjoy, so you don't have to sacrifice the entire Modern Warfare experience. You're able to play in Warzone, but either play with modern weapons or play in the Black Ops ones, because I know a lot of people prefer the Black Ops games than the Modern Warfare ones as well. So you cater into all the markets there, I think.
Yeah. Kevlar says if they retain the Modern Warfare mechanics and keep and change up the guns, story, and map, I think they will keep the player base. See, I like the idea of changing up the like the gun story and map. So you've got new guns and you've got new attachments and you've got a new map and things like that. I haven't shown my box on the screen, by the way. That's what she said. Yeah, if they retain all of that stuff but change the map, I'd love that sort of stuff. So say if they retire Verdansk for a bit and they have a new story, kind of like Fortnite did with season 1, season 2. No, chapter 1, chapter 2. Chapter 2 is a different map, similar but different. So I don't mind if they mixed it up like that. But the issue is like Fortnite didn't get rid of the Scar. And it has got rid of some weapons and some have been vaulted and stuff, but there is still an SMG. There's still a tac shotgun. There's still a pump shotgun. There's still the core mechanics are there, and that's the thing is changing all of that stuff is the big risk, especially when you've got 75 million people in.
Yeah. It's going to be a very difficult thing to be able to change up, because if you were, it wouldn't surprise me if they had a backup server for this to read the numbers in a month's time. Should they change it and then realize that there's been, I don't know, 30 million people dropped off because it's not the game that they have come to expect and love. So having the ability to be able to just roll it back or introduce it side by side with something, I think would probably be the safest option. I mean, there's only one person that I know in this chat that plays this game religiously, so I'd love to hear his thoughts and opinions on this if Asim's still in here, because I know he plays this pretty much every single night. It's the exact same way that if something massive like this was to be introduced into PUBG, I would expect you to have some say expert opinions, but have some emotional feelings behind what you're going to be saying. So it's interesting to see how people who play this game religiously have what their thoughts and opinions are on it. Because obviously, me and you, I know you played it for quite a while with your friends, but obviously you may have dropped out of it by now. So it's interesting to hear someone like Asim, who plays it all the time, his thoughts on what he expects or what he feels like should be the way forward for this.
I mean, I've not.
Because it is going to be a massive fucking change in it if you end up changing the game completely. I'm not showing this on stream, by the way.
I've not played it for a while. I've not given up on it. I still have it installed, and I still have the idea of going back in to play it. But I haven't played it for a while. I've hardly played any of, if not at all, on this season, maybe. So yeah, I've not touched it for a while. But that's because it's some people. It's the game that you play religiously, just like PUBG is for me, kind of thing. The good thing for Warzone, it's a really good pick up and play game. It's so fun to play. So that's the reason.
Call of Duty is though, isn't it? Call of Duty is by definition is, unless you are getting into the esports side of things, I've been playing recently Call of Duty World War II, and it is just pick up and play. I can drop in, enjoy a couple of matches, and then drop out again. By definition, that's what Call of Duty always has been.
I mean, the interesting thing is that like battle royale is, for some people don't like it, some people do, whatever. For me, that's the kind of thing that makes pick up and play for me. Because if you just pick up Warzone, not Warzone, Modern Warfare, and you jump into TDM or something like that, chances are you're gonna get absolutely smashed. Because if you're just picking it up, people are gonna be fresher, they're gonna be faster, they're gonna have map knowledge, and you're gonna get absolutely wrecked. In battle royale, you always have a sense of victory. Even if you get melted, you get into the top 10 or whatever without even killing anyone. Well, do you know what? I got into the top 10 or whatever. Or you win a gulag or something like that. There's always little senses of victory and stuff like that. But in comparison, Pod Warzone is definitely a good game, and not that Apex Legends isn't a good game, but in comparison, Apex Legends has been installed on my console. It was played once, and whilst I did enjoy it, I say once, it was played once for a good chunk of time. But whilst I did enjoy it, it stayed on my console until yesterday when I needed space. That one, there was no question. Warzone. I mean, this to make space for Fall Guys, I had to delete either Warzone or FIFA 20 or Apex Legends. FIFA 20, well, I was going to delete FIFA 20 just because I've not played it, but I have my Amazon Twitch Prime packs, so I was going to open those first. Anyway, I had to update the fucking game, so I was like, oh, fuck's sake. So I started that updating, and no question about it, when it comes to Warzone or Apex Legends, I'm instantly going to get rid of Apex. Not that I don't like that either, I did quite like that, but Warzone is the pinnacle pick up and play shooter action for me. Pirates, welcome in. Absolute treacle. Give us a wave. I see you. Give us a wave.
Hello.
As things got sideways, and Bibby's already packing up to leave. Things went sideways a long time ago. Bibby's just finalising his packing up. That's all it is. Sim says, for me, I'm into both COD and Warzone, so I like what they're doing, linking it together. That said, I hope they don't go old school with Warzone. Yeah, I mean, it could be good. It's just, I'm not sure how that would work. Like, if you've paid, because you can buy operator packs or whatever, where you get a specific character and their weapons and so on. And if you've bought all of that stuff, and that has a night vision or a thermal scope or whatever, and you then go back to Cold War where that stuff didn't exist readily available, then can you not take that gun in? If it is, then you've paid for something you can't use. So I can't imagine them getting rid of it all entirely. It's just be interested to see how it works, how they balance the realism and the need for accessibility or content. Because if not, you get to that point where you're back in the day where you'd buy DLC packs, where the season pass wasn't passed to a season in game of content. The season pass was access to all 4 DLCs over the course of the year, and you'd pay for it and then never get to use it because nobody else has it. So you're wasting your money essentially. If they go to that point where you can't use futuristic guns in the Cold War stuff, then that's where they start. It's not good. It's not good. But I don't imagine they will go that way because it's not good. But if they do, then that would be. Anyway, Pirate says, I do love most parts of Warzone, by the camping sites and toilets and the guys that camp in shelter places for the whole game. Apex Legends is dead since they went to the new map, killed the game. See, I didn't even know there was a new map. I think we've maybe covered it, but I've not seen it. I don't know what it looks like. But yeah, every game has campers. Warzone, because verticality is important in Warzone, in terms of in any real fight, anyone that has the higher ground should have the advantage. But it's definitely apparent in Warzone. You just get people sat on top of buildings, don't you? Skyscrapers, pew, pew, with the sniper rifles shooting down. It's like, just do fucking something. So you then have to go up the staircase, and you can't just rush them because there's 72 claymores going up the staircase, and they're there with a heartbeat sensor as well because they're little bitches. But yeah, you get that. PUBG, you'll get people just laying in grass and whatever. You get it on Apex, get it wherever. But yeah. That, I think. Oh, 1 second. I'm having a quick. See if I can bring this up on stream. Asim's just sent me an image. I don't know if he sent it.
Has he sent you the Sonic one?
Is it me or is it on? Yeah, sent it to me. Yeah, he has it. Yeah, the Sonic one. That's the one.
I sent it to me, bastard. Poor Sonic the lad.
Open image, new tab. I wish I could. Do you know what? No, I'm not gonna. Actually, I'm gonna zoom in just for dramatic effect, but it will make the image less clear. Uh, no. Oh
I'll tell you
no.
what you do need to do though, Asim. You need to get PUBG if you've not already got it, and do
Ah,
some proper battle royale games with us till stupid o'clock in the morning.
okay. I'm not gonna zoom in on this image because I can't scroll left and right, so we'll just look at it for it as natural res. So it's the always watching. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I'm a simple man. Simple things make me happy. Make me
I don't
happy.
want to say anything.
Closing. So, for those of you that haven't seen so far, PS5 breaks records in terms of number of digital sales. Fall Guys is breaking its own records with 120,000 concurrent players, with 56,000 on Steam alone. And Call of Duty is expected to be revealed within Warzone. It was leaked, and Activision's rumors are kind of suggesting that might be the case. I really should get PUBG. F it, I will. Yeah, there we go.
You know what we need to start doing? We need to start using our voice channels in Discord so people can see when we're playing it,
So
so
they
they
can
can
just
just
jump
hop
in.
in and hop out. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Let's do that. For those wanting to get PUBG and jump in some console games with us, it's £8.24, by the way, right now. We aren't on any sort of commission to say that. The only reason I keep saying it is because it's an absolute bargain. I paid 25 quid for it, and that was cheap. So right now, £8.24. That's like a McDonald's meal and a half. That's like super cheap, and for the amount of time I put into it as well, that's cheap. It's like almost the price of a season pass. That's what it is. $7.99 for a season pass. For a battle pass, as they call it in PUBG. It's just a touch more than that. So there you go. It is a bit of a steal. Still waiting for my invite to one of these squads, says Chappers. The invite is always there. The invite is always there. You're always more than welcome. Next time we're on stream, just say, do you want a game? Worst case, we just go, nah, you're all right, mate. But the chances are, we'll go, yeah. Chances are, we'll go, yeah, of course, jump in. What if you don't like McDonald's? Then get out of here. Pirate, don't tell me you don't like McDonald's. I mean, if you don't like McDonald's, then that's even better, really, thinking about it, because then that means you've got your £8.20 from McDonald's to spend on PUBG. Jobs are good, and you don't even have to sacrifice a Big Mac for it because you're not going to eat anyway. Lovely. Pirate grabs his coat. God, Pirate doesn't like McDonald's, and we've given him a sword. What is this?
I don't know. It's
Oh, you think you know
well, I've
some
just put
people?
something else in the Discord as well. It's under the random section, so it's called Squad Up. All you need to do is just pop in there. If you want to look for people to play a game, just shout up with the game of your choice, and then you'll be able to try and find other people who are playing for it as well.
Yeah. Nice. Anyway, I didn't realize we were an hour and 12 minutes into this. Let's wrap things up. We've got one final story to quickly run through. Just a little bit of news if anyone's looking for a few more games to play besides PUBG, which is only £8.24 on console. Have I said that? I've said that. Let's anyway move on. Written by Alan Wen. Oh, this is a new guy. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Welcome to Ice Cream Uploads and the Scoop. You are welcome. Alan Wen from VG247 says, get ready for QuakeCon this weekend with sales of up to 80% off on Bethesda games from GOG or GOG and Xbox Store. The 25th annual QuakeCon kicks off from the comfort of your home this weekend from August the 7th to the 9th with 60 non-stop hours of streams. The schedule, which you can find here, link, to coincide with the festivities, both GOG and the Xbox Store are running sales with some great savings from Bethesda's back catalogue, and you can get those deals right now. The GOG QuakeCon sale runs until August the 17th and offers DRM-free PC games from Bethesda. It is, however, lacking when it comes to the latest releases, but you'll find plenty of bargains if you're planning to complete your collection on the classics. Here's a breakdown of what you can find. So I'm not going to name them all out, but bunches of Fallout games, all for $5.99 or less. Dishonored games going up to £7.49. Doom games from $2.99. Quake games from $2.99. Evil Within games $4.99 and $9.99 each for 1 and 2 respectively. Wolfenstein games as well. So the Xbox QuakeCon sale only runs until August the 11th, but has some arguably even more attractive offers and bundles, including some of the more recent hits. Here's just some of the highlights. So Doom Eternal for $29.99. Highly recommended because I have the helmet. Other than that, yeah, whatever, mate. Whatever. I'm joking. Nice. Good game. Doom Slayer's collection includes Doom 1 and 3 and Doom 2016 for only $13.49. Bargain.
Oh my god, that's a deal and a half.
Yeah. The Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor for $38.99, which Bibby has already bought 72 times. And then obviously Fallout games within there as well. Fallout 76 Wastelanders Deluxe Edition for $35.99. Elder Scrolls games and Evil Within and so on. Yeah, so that also includes some Xbox 360 games in there, which are of course backwards compatible with Xbox One. So classics like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Rage are all going for $4.49 each. We may not be at QuakeCon in person, but don't forget you'll also be able to get your hands on souvenirs from the QuakeCon merch store, including t-shirts, hoodies, mouse pads, and even an official pin. It's almost like you were there for real. So there you go. If you're looking for some games and you're a Bethesda fan, you're interested in any playing any Fallout, Dishonored, Quake, The Evil Within, Wolfenstein, Doom, Rage, or Elder Scrolls, then check out GOG and the Xbox Store. There you go.
Just to shout up as well, this is something that I spoke to you that I mentioned last night because I got an email through for it. These are also on sale on Steam. I think they have copied them because I said to Graham, "Oh, all of my stuff that's in my wish list that has Bethesda is now." I got an email saying that they have gone down in price. So I think they've looked on the other side, seen that these are this other company is doing some sales and doing their own as well. So you will be able to find these on Steam for a much cheaper price than you would have done historically.
Yeah.
So you've got two different ways of being able to get them. If you just want your one launcher, if you are that kind of person that just wants everything on Steam rather than sharing the platforms, then you have the option to be able to do that as well.
Yeah, so DRM free on GOG, available directly within Steam 2 and on the Xbox marketplace. So there you go. Fill your boots. We are going to disappear now, though. We have a couple of things to run over. Firstly, a bit of housekeeping. I did mention it, I think, at the start of the stream. If not, there you go. Exclamation mark giveaway. We are running a competition giving away a retro gaming console, an Evercade console, because we bought two in the Kickstarter. So there you go. We give one away because we're nice like that. As well as that, our gift boxes, Bib.
Mm-hmm.
Do we save that? Or what we're thinking? What we're thinking? Do we do it now? Do we?
I don't know. I mean, I've got mine right next to me.
I mean, I have as well. Okay, what does everyone in the chat want to see our new gifts? I mean, you might not be excited, but you might be excited by it. We are excited by it because it's something that floats our boat. But yeah, do you want to see, or should we save it for another time? What do you guys say? Iceman, I hate McDonald's as well. To pirate hugs Iceman. Boys. I'll just tell you what I've just done. I've told everyone exclamation mark giveaway, and then everyone's gone off and looked at our giveaway, so then everyone sees open the boxes. Okay. I'm going to say one word to you, Bib. Is it moose?
It's muscle moose.
Yeah, there we go. I didn't want to say it all. So there we go.
Yeah, they both got two different things.
Yeah. We are making friends at Ice Cream Uploads. So yeah, we've just got our care packages. Yeah, muscle moose. Yeah. So hashtag no spawn. They've not paid for any of this placement or anything, by the way. So this is them sending us goodies. Basically, for those of you, my old sponsor, said Jordan. Yeah. But they've upgraded to better sponsors now. So yeah, they only work with the best now. So yeah, that's why they're your old sponsor, not your current sponsor. I'm joking. So yeah. Anyway, we are looking to branch out and there. I'll let you hold yours up. Well, move the mic.
Oh my god.
There you go. So we are looking to add to our list of partnered brands. So we obviously work with obviously the likes of Corsair and so on. But we want to add more local brands, and these literally are about 15 minutes away from Bibby's house, kind of thing. So that is nice. So we've got an on-brand, an on-channel sponsor potentially that is local to us. So we just started the conversation with them. They've sent us some goodies, which is nice, and we also have a few others in the works. But yeah,
it obviously does mean an absolute lot for other companies to recognise us as streamers. Like, obviously, this isn't our full-time job. So for them to reach out to us and say, look, we like what you're doing, we've got some stuff for you, that means so much more than anything. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, there we go. So I want to echo the exact same comment. I mean, I'm pretty much saying the exact same thing. As Bib says, we didn't reach out to these guys. These guys came to us, which is nice. Because yeah, we just make video content. We talk about video games and we stream games that we like. So it's nice to have companies coming out, reaching out to us with offers to provide us with goodies, so that we can share them on stream with you guys. And yeah, we're having a few more conversations with it. Look at it, they're so good. Yeah, there we go. And also, there's a note in mine. What does this one say? You guys are so much better than NX Plus. Oh, nice. That's a good note. That's interesting.
You bastard! I was just about to open mine. I said, I haven't got a note.
Sorry, John. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But yeah, we have friends. Yeah, do you know? It's. Some people might just see it as a. Yeah, I just seen that as well. Some people might just see it as a box of snacks. But it's nice. It's nice to get people recognizing you without having to knock on doors. Everyone can go knock on doors and create partnerships, but it's nice to see people trying to come to us with partnerships. So we will work our way through that. I am very partial to a flapjack. You may have seen me many based snacks and stuff before. So yeah, we will give you our honest updates, and then I don't know, who knows? Maybe we can work with Muscle Moose to try and give you guys something too. So we will see. But anyway, yeah. Before we disappear, Bib, and before you took me into a nice Muscle Moose can and a flapjack, is there anything you'd like to add into the stream?
Yeah, of course. Again, thank you very much to each and every one of you that join us every single weekday here on twitch.tv/Ice Cream uploads to listen to our unpopular thoughts and opinions on video game news. But there is a way that you can get involved with us too. All we need you to do is supply us with the link and your thoughts and impressions. Then we will give you because I haven't got the link. I need to post the links in here first. So socials. Okay, yep. So if you are in the chat, all you need to do, or anywhere else, you can find us on all of our social media platforms at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms. But there is, if you haven't already joined our Discord, if you just click the channel banner, there's a bit down there that says Discord. Just join it. All you need to do is supply the link to the article along with your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you thoughts and impressions tomorrow morning at what time, Mr. Graham Day?
10 a.m. Ish. Definite ish. So yeah, 10 a.m. I'm intrigued. I want to spend more time going through my Muscle Moose box. Once again, thank you very much to Muscle Moose for sending us the goodies over. It is very, very much appreciated. As mentioned, we haven't been paid to say anything good about that because we've not tried it. They've not paid it, but we are. Hopefully that it all works out. We can give you guys something back to. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, we are going to drop off now. We will be jumping back for those of you that want a football fix.
See me whizzed off my tits on Muscle Moose Energy Shot.
Yeah. We will be jumping back on in a few minutes' time with Masters of the League, episode 29. As we came over a rough patch. We didn't finish in the greatest fashion. What was the final result? Was it like 2-0 loss or whatever?
We got beat 2-0 by Chelsea, away at Stamford Bridge.
So not the strongest results finish on, but we managed to pick up a bit of form. But the gap that we had at the top of the Premiership has gone, as we expected it would do. It's within one game from us dropping off the top of the table. But it's all getting tense as we get towards the end of the season. We have a new signing in Erling Haaland. He's not quite working out for us yet. There's a bit of, is it going to work? Is it not? Are we going to stick it out? Are we not? Are we going to make Europe? Would we even drop out of Europe? There's only one way to find out, and that is to stick around and watch. If you're live on Twitch, if you watch it on YouTube, then you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. We'll upload all of our episodes to YouTube. You don't have to go back and watch all 29 episodes because that's going to be a couple of days of your life watching that, literally, if you watch it back to back. However, we give you a bit of a recap where we are at the start of every episode, so you can just jump in and go from there. There we go. Anyway, that's what we are going to disappear. Like I said, back on the channel in 10 minutes or so with Masters of the League. Until then, have yourself a fantastic day.
Hey, Magic.
Oh, I didn't even see. Happy housewarming, Bib.
Just thought I'd cram that in before we leave. But hey, Magic.
Yeah, there he is. Good morning, Madge. If you're morning there from my work desk. Well, do you know, if you're still at your work desk, then we might see you back at that desk in 10 minutes, Madge. Yeah. Until then, as Asim says, stay frosty.